now that I think about it, it seems like possibly the efforts for globalism has fractured our own country within, causing rifts between the ethnicities. I can't even say cultures. The cultures are just a result of the ethnicities, but there is a clear, distinct line between the ethnicities in America, and that may have been brought out by globalism, as opposed to nationalism, which would bring a country stronger together. The globalist agenda is trying to make everyone equal, and that's just not a natural tendency for people, especially based upon the physical sexual attractions that you see between couples that get together. It's mostly one race couples. From where I look, blacks love blacks, Mexicans love Mexicans, Asians love Asians, whites love whites. It's pretty rare to see that interbreeding. Be interested in learning the divorce rates between interbreeders and same race breeders. Is there any stark contrast with that? That's probably something they don't even want to bother to study because it's so racist. I mean, if there's going to be a high number of same race breeding going on already, what are the chances that there will be a high divorce rate amongst them too? Proportionally, there's probably, based on the numbers, there's probably a high amount, but percentage-wise, now that'd be something to look at. Okay, so to increase my chances of wanting to go back to the Day Worker Center to see where my name is in a few hours, I don't want to go back to where my car is parked, because I believe I might be less likely to want to go to the Day Worker Center again. So it's a psychological thing. I'm going to go to another library. That way I'll have to pass by the Day Worker Center on the way back to my car, which increases my chances of stopping there after a few hours. Because I was thinking, what if I just go back to my car and wait? I don't think I'll have the motivation to come back. It's kind of a psychological thing. So a black guy was crossing at the crosswalk over there, and I decided to take a shortcut since I knew the cars were supposed to stop for him. But guess what? An old white guy did not stop. Clearly did not stop. It's 25 miles an hour on this road. He did not stop, and I had to wait for him to drive past me. So I think he did. I think it was a racial thing right there. This part gave me a slight flashback to a city I was at before. I can't remember the name of it. Saint Bernardine, something. It's something with a lot of chickens. Remember, there were a lot of chickens that were hanging out around the park. Forget the name of I'll probably think of it later. Another Waymo car passed me. They drive around here a lot. And as far as I understand how Waymo works, they're just working on their driverless technology. I think Chicken City is San Juan Bautista, that tourist area with the church. I'd love to see Bunny City and Chicken City combined together. Bunny City was on Whidbey Island, and the city starts with an L. So in conclusion, it's probably better not to go back home if you have to return to the place for an appointment. Probably go somewhere else and wait it out if it's only a few hours that you want to wait. I want to see Trump come out and start saying, stop being politically correct. Instead of N-word, just say nigger. You don't have to, we don't have time to mess around with politics of it all. I wonder if homosexual tendencies could be an indication for racial inequality. You see a lot of black on white homosexuality, especially between guys. Alright, does that mean that a lot of maybe white guys or black guys are more accepting of interbreeding as well between couples? You don't see so much, I've watched a lot of porn, you don't see much Mexican and white guys, or black guys even. There's more of a machismo with that race. Okay, there's quite a bit of Asian like homosexuality between different races, Asian, white, Asian, black. They're open to that. And there's another one. Oh yeah, there tends to be for Hispanic homosexual porn. They seem to stick with their own race. You know, there's this wonderful cool wind that's blowing around the Palo Alto area right now. Even this, it feels good in the shade and the sun. You're really not paying for a better home. If you wanted to live in Palo Alto, these homes are shaped different, but that doesn't really add any value. A lot of these, this is like probably a middle class Palo Alto, and it's really not any better. They're really paying for the weather, which you don't even need shelter for this kind of weather. Okay, this is a special spot they're marking with a historical marker. Interesting. No sign of it anymore. That's probably after the Olones. Well, clearly everybody moved right back, right at 11 o'clock when the schedule opened up. What an amazing movement. Some people seem to have stayed behind though. I wonder what happened to them. Maybe just kind of look on the vehicles and for any evidence of a ticket. But look at that. They all cleared out, well, and left about maybe 8 or 10 of them behind. So there's no evidence of any tickets. And then they're all right back in. I have no idea what would have happened to those RVs that stayed. I should have memorized. That was a guy who stayed behind, and now he's got a U-Haul. Here's somebody, okay, these guys stayed behind, and they got tickets. So they gave tickets between 9 and 11. About four tickets. Here's a 5th ticket. So for 6, okay, so 6 people stayed behind to get their tickets. Alright, so I came in about like 8 o'clock or so, last on the list. And I came back at like 1 to see like if there was anything for me, and she said nope, I'll be number 61 tomorrow. So if I come back tomorrow, maybe I'll be 61 tomorrow. What does that mean? I should have asked that. Does that mean I'm placed on a higher priority tomorrow? I never even bothered to ask. I feel so skittish about working only with the high Spanish-speaking population. It feels like it'll be difficult. 7-Eleven tends to show a hard love for communities. No bathrooms, no sinks. I'm sure they are pretty strict on other things. I wouldn't doubt it if 7-Eleven got their training from prison commissaries. I never realized how out of shape I am for bicycling until I came here, the Silicon Valley. I'm getting passed by old ladies. Little kids are keeping up with me. So this is Junipero something, and it's like the backside of Stanford. It's a pretty hill. Nice big wide walkway for students, which there's really not much for pedestrian activity. Taking that up there, behind the Stanford. I really don't like speeding when I don't know the area. I turned on Santa Cruz somehow. I don't know where I'm at. My blue dot doesn't know where I'm at. I don't know where I'm at. But I mean, I have a general idea where I need to go based just on, a northerly path